What's going on, guys? Cruzin Podcast. We're back. We're back, man. We're just back. You know? You know what it feels like? Yep. What'd he do? Yes, sir. We're back. Got a new episode today. First things first, we went through hell and back. We got the Spiderman tickets. They're secured. We got them.
Mine just got canceled.
Yeah, we had to. What is it? What's the meme?
An old lady with a stick.
The Tobey Maguire meme. I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get these. Yeah, that was tough. AMC crashed. The app crashed. People were waiting over an hour, sometimes 2 hours.
It took me 2 hours to get mine.
Yours went through twice, and then it bugged, and it didn't let you buy a ticket or get a ticket because we're A-listers. No biggie.
No that doesn't mean shit for this, though.
Yeah, but that was really interesting. I mean, the tickets were, over. I think it passed Endgame already. We haven't had something like this since Endgame.
Especially, like, in the pandemic.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see it, like, okay, we're having that big movie theater experience again, which was nice.
Yeah, because the movies weren't really making that much money.
They were making money, but not this. This is the movie to bring it back. And it was frustrating because we were struggling to get that.
I was pissed off.
But it was fun to kind of go through that. You know what I mean?
No,
now that we got it done, like looking at it, in retrospect, it was nice to feel that again.
And we got like an early.
Yeah, we got it the earliest time, 3:30 IMAX.
Because getting it like at 8, 9 o'clock at night, that's not smart.
No. Yeah, no. 3:30.
You have to go all day.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the day off for that. And
I'm not doing nothing.
I'm not doing nothing that day. That's Spider-Man Day. So yeah, that was really exciting. People were waiting over 2 hours. Websites were crashing. It was all trending on Twitter. It's gonna be a huge movie. And the funny thing was that it's not like it was selling out like that. Like at 4 a.m. when we finished streaming and we looked at the same theaters, like with the website, the app was running better again. There were seats available, so it's not like it was just everybody like selling out at once. It was just so much traffic that but we got it done. Hopefully whoever is going got it too, because that's gonna be crazy. And that's a movie you have to watch the first day, if not.
Even though the leaks are already out.
Yeah, there's leaks out there. Apparently, I thought I saw one, but I didn't look at it. I just like ew, when you just get. I just didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to give it attention, but I didn't see it. Right. But that's going to be crazy. That's like going to be the movie event of the year. I mean, since Endgame. This is as big as Endgame. Could be bigger. So that was really exciting. We got that done. And then we just finished watching. Well, you finished it before me, but I just finished watching. And we're going to talk about Arcane today, the League of Legends show, which was a really good show, man. Like, it was amazing. Really great animated series that we're going to get into now as well. But you never played League of Legends either, right?
Like a little bit.
Yeah, so
but the community sucks for it, so
I've never played League of Legends. I don't know the characters, the lore, nothing. So then when you were telling me about it, and I saw, funnily enough, like Hideo Kojima finished it today. A lot of people finished it today. So I think we're among these special group of people talking about Arcane today.
Let's talk about the show.
Let's just talk about the show. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of have a follow-up about the Spider-Man situation because that was crazy. But we will be talking about that because that comes out soon. But Arcane, we just finished it like an hour ago. I finished it like 2 days, 3 days. 3 days. I'll say 3 days. Man, what a great show. Great show. Again, no idea of the material.
I went in blind.
Yeah, we went in blind, completely blind, and I feel like that was so refreshing. Obviously, people who know the lore or know the characters, they see like they get not that they get it more, but they can understand the characters and how this builds to those characters in the game. I had no idea. I was just watching it as a show, and I think that's what made it so good. The fact that it stands alone, like the song. But it's like a prequel.
Stand alone.
But
isn't that
I said it, and then the song just played in my head, so I was like, I had to mention it.
Is that the one with The Rock, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I thought of that. It stands alone, and the song, I stand, whatever.
Scorpion King.
But no, really great show. I mean, great characters, great animation. The animation I noticed has like this cool little thing where sometimes like the frame rate is like it's like choppy.
Yeah,
almost like comic booky.
Yeah, Spider-Verse is the same thing.
Yeah, like
if you
Spider-Verse.
notice, like when they're swinging in Spider-Man,
it's almost like a comic book.
How Peter Parker is faster, but then like for Miles Morales, it's a little more choppy.
Yeah.
Well, I think Quarter Crew broke it down better, but I don't know how to explain it. But it was to show like the different skill level.
Yeah.
But like for this one
and here there's just some like long shots, and you can see them. It's almost like a comic book feel that I really appreciate. It was something small, but the animation was amazing. The characters, the story, the stakes of the show. It's not a safe show. The first 2.5 episodes, because obviously at the end of the third episode, I was like, oh wait, this is like what just happened. But the first 2.5 episodes, you think the show's going one way. Again, this is me not understanding anything. I don't know anything about the League of Legends. So I thought, oh, okay, I can see where the show's going, and I was really enjoying it. Then episode 3 happens, like the ending of episode 3, and I was like, where does this go from here? It felt like a season finale. It felt like the first 3 episodes felt like a first season, and then the rest of the show felt like a second season or something. You know what I mean? Like it felt like a finale, and that really like threw me off. That's when I was like, oh shit! Like this show, it's not a safe show. It's not like this animated series that's very like safe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like it's just all these kids having an adventure, because that's how it starts, and then the show goes in a whole other direction, and it gets really dark, and it gets there's a lot of tension.
What I like about the show is that it's not a show like for kids. You know, like this is
Fuck
like
them
for
kids.
adults. Like this is like for fans of the game.
Yeah.
Or for people who are just new. Like you know, that it's just dark. It goes all in.
Yeah, like at first it felt like, okay, this is like friendly, you know? I thought I had a vibe of the show. And then after episode 3, I was like, whoa, what? Like I was so thrown off, but in the best way possible. That's what I loved about the show. I felt like nobody was safe. It wasn't a safe show. There was a lot of tension. I never really knew what was going to happen. The characters were really well developed. The world is great. You know, Top City and the Undercity, and like that whole concept was really cool.
The Silco.
So yeah, the villains were great.
Well, because I saw some people saying how there's not really like a villain in this show. It's kind of like how the writing is so good. It's like everyone has their own.
That's what makes it so good. Like when
there's no one villain. Like everyone is. Like
that's what makes like anything great. When you can kind of understand, or like not understand the villain because he's obviously the villain, but when there's a lot of gray area, it's not just like, oh, I'm a villain because I'm evil because I'm evil. No, like you can see what he's going for. You understand the villain, and there's a lot of gray area. This show is all about the gray area. There's no black and white. Who's good or bad.
And towards the end, you kind of like get him. Like, oh, like shit. Like he actually, you know.
Yeah, like he has like this heart in him, but he's still like this bad guy. It's just kind of like there's a lot of gray area. It's not black or white. Like, oh, person's clearly good. This person's clearly bad. Because like Vi and, you know, or Powder, like there's a lot of characters that have done really bad stuff and they've done really good. So there's like this on and off thing. It's not black or white. It's like a lot of gray area. And that's what makes the show so good, because it's a lot of depth in that, which was really refreshing for a show. Because again, when you told me to watch, I was like, yeah, sure, let's see. But I don't know. I was expecting like this animated show about a game. Like, you know what I mean?
Bastard.
I didn't know what to expect from it. And then when I got through the first episode and the second episode, and then after the third episode, I was like, holy shit, like what just happened? Because you really, within the first 2 episodes, I was already starting really to like connect with the characters. I really liked, what was his name? The father figure, Vander. There we go. Vander.
V-E-R.
Oh, okay, Vander.
Vander.
I was saying vendor, like if he sells shit.
He's a merchant.
Vander was great. All the kids were great. The villain, Silco, was great, and the character development. And I was just really hooked in the story, the characters, the plot. But then there was stakes, there was tension, because I didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't predictable. It wasn't a predictable show, which made it really fun to watch.
And
a great ending too. That ending was like what?
Victor, he was another great character.
Yeah, and it introduces the world perfectly. The world
what
building.
I like too is that you don't have to know the lore.
The show it treats it as its own thing. You know, that's why when we were looking at the game footage afterwards, I was like, oh wow, that's so weird seeing these characters, because I just saw it as a show, and
it's
that's
like a prequel. This is like a prequel.
Yeah, and that's what made it so good, because it wasn't like relying on the game in a way where it's like if you don't play the game, you're not gonna get this. Like they really built it up to this thing.
This is one of the better video game
adaptations for sure, and I think it was the animation style, and I think that's what's gonna make Splinter Cell good too. Because I know they're working, not this company, but I know Netflix.
I think Tomb Raider is
I know Netflix is
well.
working on a few things, and I think Splinter Cell is going to go down a similar route.
Because more freedom. Because live action is hard.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention. The action is amazing.
I feel like with animation, action, like if it's done right, it can actually be a lot better than live action.
Yeah.
Just because I forgot.
You can get away with a lot more.
Yeah, because you can just do more.
Yeah, it's animation.
It's
you
animation.
Don't have to worry about.
So you can place the cameras where you want. You know, again, and you're not really like because live action is different. You're relying on actors to keep up that energy. And
but like the action was amazing. Like the choreography, better than I think a lot of stuff that we see now. Like a lot of stuff in this show is honestly like amazing. It's better than a lot of the content, movies or TV shows that we're getting right now, which was really refreshing. The last show I saw before this was Squid Game, and we loved that. And it was really nice to see this animated series based off this game that was just really good. Again, really refreshing, and the way that they established the world was just perfectly done. I felt like I really understood, and the politics in the world. It wasn't just like you could watch it and it could just be like this fun action, but the politics in the world and like what Jeremy Jan said, I think he said it best. Like it shows like that classism, you know, like they have this technology, like the magic, it's like arcane magic, and like how that helps make the world better, like the city better, but then not for those in the underground city and how they're just getting worse. And like there's a lot of that, and I really like that. It's a lore very similar to like a Star Wars in a way, in the sense of like there's a lot in it. There's the politics side, then there's your main characters and the villains and what's happening on the surface, but then what's happening behind the scenes of like the politics and what's going on behind those doors that kind of affect the city, you know, and like the corruption. So all that was like really cool. The ending was great. I mean, a really well done show, man. I mean, we were looking at some videos and people were calling it a masterpiece. I really do think so. It's up there, man.
It's another Spider-Verse where there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Like it's really just
it's a really good show.
The characters, story, just everything about it.
Yeah, the characters are so well done.
It's sort of like Spider-Verse. Like if you watch Spider-Verse, I can watch this movie and not get bored.
Yeah.
And this is my second time watching it, and
it's really good.
Like there wasn't that one part that I hated.
Yeah, no,
you know?
It was
like it just flowed really well.
It was paced really well. There was like a time jump after episode 3.
Makes sense.
And I loved the time jump. I loved that. And I believe Netflix made you wait a week, right? After the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, because it was like 3 parts. Like
that was the best way to do it, because I can imagine, because I binged it, but I can imagine watching those first 3 episodes. You do kind of feel like you need a break for a second. You got to soak it in, and giving yourself that week. Then you see the time jump. It just helps you be...
I just wish, I wonder how long it was, the time jump, though. Like, if you had to guess.
It was years. Yeah, it was years. I do appreciate the fact that Netflix did that. They tested that a little bit, because it does help with the story. When you have a time jump like that. I just throw up on the podcast. But I like that it has that time jump, and I feel like it's good for people watching to, you have an episode like that. There's a time jump in the story. It's good to just have like a week off from the show. And then when you go back in, you see the time jump and you can take it in more.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I really appreciate that, because it did. The first 3 episodes felt like one chapter or one season or one act. And then the rest of the show kind of kept going. And I don't know, it was really good. Honestly, it was really, really good. I can't recommend it enough. And this is coming from me that I have no idea of League of Legends. I have no idea of any of that stuff. I just thought, we heard about it. You told me about it. I heard a lot of people talking about it, like giving it praise.
Well, it's beaten it's like number 1 in Netflix.
Oh yeah.
It's beaten like all the top shows on Netflix. Yeah. It's number 1.
Yeah, it's doing
I think it's
great.
like that. Did it? I think it might have beat Squid Game. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if it beat Squid
I'm
Game,
not
but
sure.
I think they're like close.
It's up there. It's
but it's definitely the highest.
Netflix. If you notice.
Yeah, but the thing is, Netflix is really good with animation. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're good at.
Another one I wanted you to watch was oh my god, what was it called? Castlevania.
Yeah.
That one's another one based off a video game, and that one was another really good show.
Yeah.
So like Netflix does really good like with that stuff.
Yeah, I noticed Netflix when they play their cards right. You look at Squid Game, huge hit. Now you have this, another huge hit. Which it's 2 different communities, right? Squid Game was like worldwide, like mainstream. This is hitting big, but with I feel like a certain community. And it's
like
going,
gamers,
yeah, gamers
but even non
fans of like anime or stuff like that.
But even like, if this is not really like your style, like watching these type of things, like people still like the show. Like,
yeah, no, it's a great
really
show.
good.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about the game or just that type of content. I just kind of went into it, and it really is really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited for like a second season, which might be in a couple years. But
I think it's like 2023.
But man, I was really impressed. I had no idea.
No, they already announced season 2. It's already working.
Yeah, and so it's good to see like when Netflix does this kind of stuff, they're like on a roll. They just went through Squid Game. Now they're going through this.
2 big hits.
So they're going through good hits right now. It's when they really apply, or I don't know what it is, because I guess just letting the creators do their thing.
Just more creative.
That's
freedom.
what it seems like, But then, there's obviously hit or misses. Like the Cowboy Bebop was not good, but
yeah, that I'm gonna be honest.
Netflix,
shit.
What I think they're doing, they're just going for everything, and what hits, and what doesn't, and they just keep going.
Just don't.
Yeah, so let's see. I mean, a great show, man. I can't recommend it enough. It was just really good, man. It was really good. People you look at on YouTube, it's a masterpiece. It's one of the best animated series, one of the best shows out there, and it really is.
It is tough to watch another because it's such a high quality show. It
is. It makes me see animated shows or videos just differently. It was just so well done. It was the cinematography in the show. It was movie like. It felt like a really good, well shot live action, but in an animated format.
There was one shot I really liked. That was when Vi was fighting that girl.
Yeah.
Like for the first time, when she picks up Vi and the camera like churns with them. And like she slams her.
The action was really well done. The cinematography was certain shots just really like beautifully shot.
The ending of the 6th episode.
Yeah.
With the blue light.
Yeah, just
like all that is like just
beautifully
really
shot. Like very like live action cinematography.
And there was times like, man, this doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a.
It was a perfect
animated
balance.
show.
It was a perfect
animated show.
There was times I didn't feel it, and then there was times that they wanted you to feel it, like the frame rate, like where it looked kind of like a comic book when they were moving in like a certain way.
Yeah, I really like that
was a good touch.
The part of the bridge, and it's like that comic book.
Like they really, it was just this good back and forth, but man, it just beautifully like shot, like the cinematography,
the music,
and
not even like the
very
songs.
Cinematic.
Yeah, like even just like the actual soundtrack.
Yeah,
was very good,
yeah,
and the
everything.
Music, like Sting, that he did.
Voice acted really well. I believe Haley Steinfeld is doing Vi, so
she's Vi.
Just really well done all across the board. And again, just I really wanted to just
like a favorite episode.
Beautifully. God,
damn.
I think 3 is the one that really hit me the most.
Yeah, when Vander.
3 was insane. 3 was. It's like the Red Wedding for Game of Thrones, but for this show, like it would be episode 3, and actually for Game of Thrones, it was season 3.
I really like that scene with Vander.
Yeah,
it's just him,
yeah, and
going all out.
I mean, the episode that probably impacted me the most
It's probably 3.
had to be 3. There was just no way. I remember being like,
The fuck just happened?
just like that. And there was no campiness, no safe net. Like, it just happened. And I was
Jinx.
like, what?
Jinx.
So...
And also the truth, like with Powder, or Jinx, like it kind of it's okay. Like her madness makes sense.
Yeah, it's a great origin story. It's a great setup.
I can see why she's the way she is because of what happened.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, I'm this way to be this way. Like, no, you understand, you see it happen in the show. Really great stuff. Episode 3 for sure. It's the one that just sticks with me right now the most. Obviously the ending was great too, the finale. But there's just something with episode 3 because that episode 3 just sets off
Like
everything
else.
So, yeah, man, I would highly recommend this show. Go check it out. It's on Netflix. I know you have Netflix. Everybody has Netflix. I don't want excuses. It's like 40 minutes an episode, 9 episodes. It's just really well done. Yeah, guys, that's our thoughts on Arcane. Check it out. It's honestly an amazing show. It's so refreshing. Like between Squid Game and this, because these are the last 2 shows I've seen, it's been really refreshing. Like, yes, like something good. Because, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're watching a show and you're like, oh, yeah, this feels like a show. I'm like, oh, let's see. And then it just doesn't click. Between Squid Game and this, after the first episode or 2 episodes, I was like, yeah, like, take me all the way. So... yeah, guys, that's our thoughts on Arcane. And go watch it. Go get your Spider-Man tickets. With that being said, that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to like, subscribe if you enjoy this stuff. And thank you for listening for all of our audio listeners out there. And to the next one, goodbye. We're going to go stream on Twitch now, so go check us out. Cruzin Streams on Twitch.
How about that?
How about that? All right, guys. Till the next one. Goodbye.